Countdown, day 16, getting my loan below $40,000. You know, today, I had a student loan that was up to 94,000. Now it's going to be below 40,000 in August. It reminded me of a time when I had no money. I remember I was working a job after I was out of engineering for a few years. I got an engineering job at this company, and they were paying me $5,000 a month. And as usual, you know, you'll get paid at the first of the month. So I worked my first 30 days. The money got deposited into the account, $5,000, and I was so happy. I even took out an extra $100 just to take some of my friends out, go do some shopping for the family. Then I came back the next day and the account was negative. I almost passed out. I was like, no, this is a bad dream. So I went to the bank to double check. I called them. The account was negative, and the money that the check didn't clear that the company had put in. So I called the company up trying to find out what was happening, and they said, oh, we'll get the money put in for you later. They said, and they're like, okay. So I was waiting. So it's like 30 day, just like the next month, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 15 day. I call them and it's like, oh, we're still going to put the check in. And the lowest point came during that second month. I hadn't been paid for the first 30 days. I was still waiting on the 30-day mark to come for my second check. I was right in front of this AM PM because I was trying to conserve money, and I had a Nissan Pathfinder, and I just remember running out of gas and almost crying. Just as I got to the gas station, I made it just where I was at that slope where the truck could go roll down the hill, and I could push it up into the gas station. Luckily, I had $5 on me. I was able to get some gas until I could get back home and maybe get some money for my grandmother or find some other way to get money. And then they put the money in from the previous month, so the $5,000 check in and my account was positive. This time, I didn't touch it at all. Next day, negative again. After that, I just quit the job. And what made things worse was the bank thought I was doing money laundering. So not only was I was out $10,000 for 2 months of working for free, now I had bank fees, and the bank were like froze my account and wanted me to prove that I was some African man trying to do money laundering. And luckily, the job that saved me where I had a little bit of money to eat was I worked at the kiosk in Costco. When people walked out, I would ask them, would you like to sign up for Costco home decorating service? Would you like to sign up for Costco home decorating service? And I would sign people up. And luckily from that job, I was able to generate an extra $300 to $400 a month. And that's the money I used to eat on and to get a little gas until I was able to get to a temp company. And I worked at a UPS site. Like, this is the old days. This is when checks used to really come into people, and we'd open it up and there'd be cash and money from the UPS drivers. It's crazy, but that was like the part-time job I got. So from that day on, I realized the power of sales. I was getting rejected, people ignoring me, walking by me, but I went home, I would study my sales book. Back then I was studying Robert Kiyosaki's Sales Dog, and there were some other books, Tom Hopkins books that I used just to keep my confidence up when we hit those periods of people not signing up. But sales showed me the power of sales, where you just have to be persistent. But also I learned how I had to upgrade my skills to deal with the people. And that was just a bad experience. I'm thinking to myself, I paid off $50,000 in about a year and a half, and I lost $10,000 in 60 days. And I'll tell you how I resolved this situation later. So what I'm trying to say is, like, you never know when that primary source of income is going to go away. That's why I always work my primary job, my second job, and I always have a little extra money in the bank. And I'm also always applying, looking for secondary jobs. Because that job where you think you get that nice $67,000 check, it may be in the bank one day, negative the next. So tell me, why don't you comment below? Let me know about those times you put you got paid, and when you came back the next day, that check didn't clear. Talk to you later.